Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. This reading is, let me have a look at the dates. It's for Monday the 24th to Sunday the 30th of April. Or for whenever you come across this reading, as these messages are just meant to find you when and as you need them. So just trust that, my friends. If you accidentally open one and you think, that's not the right date, trust the intuition that brought you to that particular reading and pick a pile. Just trust that the messages in there will find you when you need them. Let's get started. Okay everyone, we have pole number 1, pole number 2, pole number 3 and pole number 4. For pole number 1 we have the tiger's eye acorn. Couldn't think of what it was called now, I was going to call it a walnut. We have the Dalmatian jasper acorn, we have the argonite acorn, and we have the rhodonite acorn. So my friends, select a pile that you feel called to, that you feel drawn to, by pole number, pole 1, pole 2, pole 3, pole 4. By crystal we have the tiger's eye, Dalmatian jasper, the aragonite, and the rhodonite. So if you feel called to select more than one pole, feel free and go ahead and do that. Just allow your intuition to guide you. Hello, pole number 1. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you. Actually, I might pop them along here. What messages Spirit has for you for this week. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. That's really lovely. We have the Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. And we have Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. We have Soul Embrace and Intuition as your overall energies. Okay, my friends. And just grab the energies for your reading. So let's have a look at your overall energies to begin with. So the overall energy is soul embrace. The connection between souls is sacred and enduring. You are loved. You are heard. You are seen. I am nourished by bonds of deep and sacred love. And then you have intuition. Your heart knows how to read and follow signs from the universe. Your choices don't need to make sense to anyone else. Your life answers only to your heart. The affirmation is, I trust my intuition. So Spirit's guiding me to read these one at a time and to read them separately, which I find really interesting because my initial plan was to read them together. So if you're new to my weekly pick a card readings, I like to have an overall energy at each side of the reading so we can see how the energy flows through, or what we might need to release in order to embrace a different energy, or what precedes another energy. So I've been finding it intuitively, it works really, really well with my readings. I feel like there's the actual messages are actually bookended by these overall energies. So yeah, I've been really really inspired to keep going with this the way this is set out. So soul embrace. I am nourished by bonds of deep and sacred love. Now, Spirit is telling me that this is not a love reading, but this is about love. And for some of you, this is a bond you have or have had with somebody. So Spirit's guiding me not to tell you, not to show you, but to remind you almost that these bonds that we have with others mimic the bonds that we have with ourself, with our higher self, and with all that is. So in this card, it's very interesting, all the messages that I'm getting. With this card, Spirit is actually asking you to look at yourself, look at you. How are you traveling on this journey of life? How do you feel about you? Because those feelings will actually, they kind of leak out into everything that we do. And Spirit gave me the word leak out because sometimes we might not realize how transparent we are to others, because it's not so clear cut for us. And others might not, generally others probably won't see why you're doing something, but they definitely will see what you're doing. Do you love yourself? Do you listen to yourself? Do you see yourself? Pole number one, there's a real sense here of you. And almost like there's a sense of, until you discover who you are, until you embrace who you are, your connection with others will be tainted by that. Now that's not to say if you've recently ended a job, you've recently broken off a relationship, doesn't have to be romantic, it can just be a business relationship, family, friends. The Spirit's not asking you to go back and try to fix that. And that hopefully was the catalyst that sent you forth on this new journey of self-discovery, of discovery of you, what you are capable of, what are your dreams and visions for yourself, for your life. Now Spirit doesn't want you to think that that's it, you're on your own now, you've got to figure it all out yourself, you've got to do it all yourself. That's not what it is. But you may find, pole number one, that there's a few of you, or a majority of you, that will actually be going it alone for a while, because the isolation, for want of a better word, is exactly what you need to get your own perspective back into place. You know, it's often said that when we finish a long-term relationship, we kind of leave and we don't know who we are without that other person. How does this half, pointing to yourself, pole number one, how does this half, this one, function without the other? And I feel Spirit's telling us in this reading, pole number one, that in order to do that, you embrace all of you. So you embrace your soul, you embrace your heart. Not just the way you look, not just the way you sound, and not just what you know, but the deeper inner you. You connect with that. That fills you up in a sense that nothing else can. And if you are not full of yourself, and I know that's, you know, we use that as a, oh, they're just full of themselves to have a dig at people. But if you're not full of you, if you don't understand yourself, if you don't know yourself, if you aren't full of love for yourself, you're not full to then give to another. The Ace of Cups is here. The aces are a gift from the universe. The cups is so the Ace of the Cups is fulfillment. So the Ace of Cups is a gift from the universe that leads to fulfillment. Now the reason it leads to fulfillment is because you fill your cup up so much that the overflow just automatically goes to others. You can give when you have, but giving from a place of lack, giving what you don't have, depletes us. It ruins, it negates the whole joy of giving, the whole love of giving. Giving to another because you can. So Spirit's just said to me, pole number one, Spirit wants you to understand that if you are not full of love for yourself and you are trying to love another, you are offering that other person love that you don't have for yourself. So straight away, there's a struggle there. There's an obligation. It won't come naturally because you'll have to try to love the other person. And that's actually really hard to see. It's actually really hard to embody. It's hard to even feel because there's a sense that we almost trick ourselves when we throw all our love onto another. We feel love, but it's generally needy love. It's love that requires something in return. So if that person doesn't love you, you're in the negative. If that person doesn't love you, you're resentful. But when you are full of love for yourself, you don't need anybody else to top you up. You can love somebody and just love them, regardless of whether they know they love you back. It doesn't matter, because you're full of love anyway. And there's this kind of warmth I get because I kind of feel like Spirit's coming in to warm you. A Spirit's coming in. I'm just asking Spirit for an example so I can explain what I'm feeling. Because I keep seeing a cocoon. So it's almost like Spirit is cocooning you. Oh, I understand, Spirit. Thank you. I couldn't understand the analogy because I didn't want to say, you know, throw the covers over your head and stay there until you feel love for yourself or anything like that. What Spirit is saying when I'm seeing the cocoon is Spirit might be slowing you down a bit. I'm even getting the feeling that some of you might catch a cold. Nothing like have a little health thing. Nothing that's going to, nothing dangerous or life-threatening or anything like that. But just something that's going to make you slow down. You might not even be unwell enough not to go to work, but it might just, you might not go out as much. It's just slowing you down. And that's Spirit's way of cocooning you so you can be in a more receptive environment to hear and feel and see what the universe would like you to see. And I feel that this week Spirit's going to show you your worth. And I just saw lots of different eyes. So I think it's going to come through in the eyes of others and not in loving, not in your partner or your kids. I'm feeling these are strangers' eyes. Or people that you know casually, but you have no interest invested in them, if you like. You've got, you know, it's all small talk, it's a little hello, goodbye, but nothing deeper than that. It's not a deep connection at all. There's something that's going to transpire through those people that is really going to show you, you are going to see through their eyes, your authentic self, your self-worth. Spirit's been really insistent on that. Really, really insistent on that. This soul embrace, I am nourished by bonds of deep and sacred love. This is you for you. This is you for you that then spills out onto others. I love this little image here. It's all these flowers and then there's this butterfly breaking away. And it's almost like this corner's full, so this butterfly can float on to others, to another area. And that's how you will feel. It's about you. And I love how there's a little dog here. Because, you know, our pets love us unconditionally. They don't place conditions. I'll love you when. I'll love you if. And this is the kind of love that you are going to be turning around for you, to you. This unconditional love where you can make mistakes. You can stuff up. But the love that you have for yourself runs so deep that it doesn't matter. You just know that that's like, oh yeah, I don't do that anymore. That's not who I'm inspiring to be. And when I mean inspiring to be, I don't mean you're trying to be somebody else. You're just trying, pole number one, to be the best version of you. Because at the other end of the overall energy, you've got intuition. Your heart knows how to read and follow signs from the universe. Your choices don't need to make sense to anyone else. Your life answers only to your heart. I trust my intuition. And here, I feel the more we love ourselves, the more we embrace who we are, how we are, right in this very minute. Because it's just in the now. You know, if you look at yourself 3 weeks ago, I'm sure there are things that you are doing differently now. We're always growing and evolving and changing, so you just love yourself for who you were, who you are, and who you are becoming. And there's no clauses on that. There's no buts or ifs. And I feel that this is so important, pole number 1, because I feel your intuition is going to play a big part in your future. So I don't know if some of you are heading towards the healing professions, the things like, you know, tarot reading, or just channeling messages, or Reiki, you know, tapping into the energies that are around us that we cannot see, and learning to use them to help others, to heal others. But there's this sense of the unseen, and there's this sense of we can't give to others what we don't have in ourselves. So if we don't have belief in ourselves, we can't encourage somebody to believe in themselves. It'll be just all talk. Whereas when we embody that, people will listen, because people are like, oh, well, yeah, you know, she's doing it or he's doing it. And it's not that you're copying them, but you're going to take financial advice from somebody that has savings, somebody that has abundance in money. You're not going to take financial advice from somebody who's broke or bankrupt. That person hasn't been able to use their advice to help themselves, so how can their advice help you, if you want, for want of a better explanation? So there's this sense of knowing and seeing your worth and loving yourself exactly how you are, because your intuition wants to come through. There's something from the unseen, there's something from the intangible that wants to come through to this world, to others. It can be something that you say. This could be as simple as saying the right thing to a stranger. Now, you don't have to worry about saying the right thing to a stranger. If you are full of love and you mean to do no harm to nobody, and you trust that you'll be guided, you will say the right thing. It could be harsh. It could sound mean. It could be loving and sweet. It could be encouraging. We don't know what that other person needs, not like spirit does. So there's this sense of this intuition guiding you. You know, I'm just very drawn. You know, both images on the card are feminine energies. Just one person on the card. Okay, they don't look the same, but it's different aspects of you. It's loving all aspects of yourself, and it's embracing that feminine energy. So it doesn't matter if you're male or female, this is the feminine energy. It's receptive, it's loving. It heals. It calms. And Spirit's just given me the word, it regenerates. And I feel this is what you're going to be doing for yourself first, pole number 1. You're giving to yourself first. So this might be a week where people might think, whoa, what's happened to you? You're really selfish. If anybody calls you selfish this week, my friends, bless them, because they've shown you that you're on the right path. Because nobody uses, you know, selfish is, we use it as a derogative, but it's not. You know you're on the right path when you are doing things for yourself. Not in a way that hurts others, of course, but in a way that nourishes you and allows you to move forward and grow and overflow so that you have more to give to others. Now look at this beautiful tarot energy. You've got the Page of Pentacles, you've got the Ace of Cups, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune. The Page of Pentacles has just accepted the Ace of Pentacles. It's this new seed. The Page of Pentacles doesn't quite know what to do with it yet. It might even be looking at it as if, do I even want this? But the pages, in all their lack of knowledge, in all their beginner's mind, because they haven't done this journey before, they don't even know what they're going to be doing. They can't see 3 steps in front of them. But there's this sense of curiosity with the pages. There's this sense of, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I just get the feeling there's potential. It's inquisitive. It's this energy of, I don't know, but I'll figure it out. I don't know, but I'll find out. It's not afraid to ask for help. And this seed leads you to the Ace of Cups, which is a gift from the universe of fulfillment. So this path, this new path that is guiding you forward, really requires you to be inquisitive. It requires you to have confidence in yourself. To go, I can do this. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know I can do it. This path it doesn't just lead to things like abundance and fulfillment on earth. It leads to like karmic rebalancing, synchronicities that just suddenly make you feel like the luckiest person alive. As you move forward on this path, as you embrace yourself more and more, pole number 1, as you love yourself more and more, this wheel keeps turning and it just keeps bringing you more and more. And I get these like dumbfounded expression, you know, like this, what's happening? And I even hear some of you saying, but I haven't done anything. Yes, you have. Changing our vibration changes the world's vibration. Energy is energy. Energy doesn't stop because there's the wall or a person or a tree. Energy just goes through it. And this is what you're doing. And this is really all on a internal level, I feel. It will, I feel that it will It will change your outer world. This is really all about your inner world, pole number 1. And it will have an effect on your outer world. You can be 1000% guaranteed of that. Because the law of attraction, whether you believe it or not, is an energy that is there. And it's an energy that we now know, like attracts like. You can move through life heavy and burdened, or you can move through life light and joyful. And Spirit just said to me, all it takes is a change of perspective. And, you know, sometimes I want to hit Spirit on the head. Because it's like, okay, yes, that is true. But for us humans, it's so much more, and it takes so much work. And we always slip back, and we take steps forward, and then we slip back. And embrace that in you. Don't get discouraged, pole number 1. This inner work to making yourself the most important person in your life is huge. And the rewards are amazing. The benefits are amazing. The joy in it and the sense of peace, amazing. The steps to get more and more in that space are challenging. So there's, you know, I thank you, Spirit. I just noticed these 2 images. You know, sometimes you just have to close your eyes and trust. Sometimes you can sail through, eyes open, bouncing around. Yep, I've got this. Other times, fear consumes us. We've just got to shut our eyes and keep going. And by that, that's an analogy of trust. Just go, okay, oh, yep. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I've hit a wall. I've made some few mistakes and now I've lost my confidence. Close your eyes and just trust. Keep going. And to finish the reading, we have Groundhog Spirit, time to let go, and Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. And you know, sometimes I feel, this is my humanness, if you like, pole number 1. Sometimes I feel, Spirit, come on, we have to move forward. We've got more cards to talk about. And then I get to the cards and I realize why. So we have Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. That's all you have to do. Pole number 1, that's all you got to do. You just got to let go of doubt. Let go of fear. How do we do that? We walk through it. We just keep going regardless of it. We acknowledge it. We thank it for what it's trying to do for us. It's trying to keep us safe. It's trying to keep us in a zone that it knows and understands. But the fears and doubts stop us from blossoming. So let go. If you're holding on to things, let them go. It doesn't mean you throw them away. It just means you allow them to continue on the path, or you allow them to fall away. We so often think we have to make these massive decisions. Sometimes we just need to go, I'm going in this direction. What follows, follows. And that's it. We don't have to try and sweet talk this person or talk that person out or create problems. We just have to say what we need to say, and what will happen will happen. And that's what it is about loving ourselves unconditionally. We can say what we need to say without hurting. I mean, people might get hurt, but then that's really a lesson for them, isn't it? As long as we do it with an open heart, with kindness and compassion, that's all we can do. Then you have this beautiful spirit, turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. And you know, that's this Ace of Cups. You're going to be so full. You are going to have so much understanding, so much love, compassion and kindness for yourself that it will just spill onto others. And you will give to others even without realizing. You'll feel grateful that you can smile to the stranger on the street. When we are down and out, it is hard to even make eye contact with people, let alone smile at them or say hello. We've got nothing to give when we feel like that. So to be in a place where we love ourselves and we trust ourselves and we acknowledge ourselves enough to know, yes, we're going to make mistakes, we're going to stuff up, we're going to fall on our face, we're going to get embarrassed. But that's all right, because we'll learn, and the next time round we'll do it differently. That's when we give with an attitude of gratitude and grace. That's when it just flows. It doesn't have to be put on. We don't walk the street. We don't go on our morning walk and go, right, remember to say hello, remember to say hello, remember to say hello. Somebody will pass you and suddenly you're like, good morning, and it just pops out of you. You haven't even stopped to look at the other person to see, oh, do I want to say hello to them or not? There's no judgment. A soul has just passed your path and you greet it. That's where you're headed, pole number 1, to a real place of beauty and love, and that kindness and compassion that comes with it, that spills over to everything in your life. Oh, such a beautiful, beautiful message. I just love messages like this because it fills me up. It reminds me to love and to honor and cherish myself as I am, you know, flaws and all, because we have them all. Love and light, beautiful souls. Many, many blessings to you. Take care, pole number 1, and I'll see you next time. Have a great week. Bye. Hello, pole number 2. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. We have the Hermit, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Cups. I actually really like this. I actually really like this, pole number 2. We have Dove Spirit, be peace. And we have our Spirit, you see clearly now. We have Bowerbird, and we have Dream Tree. Now I'll just grab the energies for your reading. I'll just pause a moment. Okay, so we have the overall energy at the start and at the end of the reading, like bookmarking the reading just to see how the energy, the overall energy flows. Maybe how it starts and how it finishes, or how they interact with each other. So your overall energy at the start of your reading is the Bowerbird, and it says you can create a safe space for yourself and others. When you give to yourself, you invite the universe to give to you also. And the affirmation is, I enjoy my safe inner space and naturally gather the energies I need. Our bowerbirds are attracted by shiny things. I think the bowerbird also likes blue. And it makes these amazing nests. Well, they're not really nests because I believe they're on the ground. But let's call them nests for want of a better word. These beautiful displays, actually, thank you, Spirit, displays for the female bowerbird, and they line it with blue and shiny things. They're attracted by shiny things. And I wonder, this is twofold. So I get the feeling that some of you might have been chasing shiny things. And I think we've all done that before, haven't we? Getting distracted by a quick fix. Or just material things, something shiny that comes into our view. This can also be striving purely for the financial benefit. Now, Spirit's saying there is nothing wrong with any of that. So if you still feel that money is an enemy, then you haven't fully embraced the notion that energy is just, money is just energy. Money is just an exchange of energy. It's neither good nor bad. Again, everything boils down to what we do with it. But with here, there's a sense of, if you build it, they will come. But it's almost like your intention needs to be for the good. So Spirit just said to me, when I said your intention needs to be, and I paused, the message that I got was that it's not about gains. It's not about hooking people in. It's about opening a door and just allowing whoever walks through to walk through. So there's a sense of open space. You are creating space for others. And I'm getting however they come. Now this can be something as big as you're literally creating space for people in the world to feel safe, where they can be guided or nurtured or helped. It can be something as small as making space so that a romantic partner can come into your life. And sorry, thank you, Spirit. Spirit's just said to me that's not small. What I'm trying to say is you can touch, thank you, Spirit. Sorry, I'm laughing because it's going, no, start again, don't keep going. So basically, Spirit is saying to me, you can touch one person or you can touch a million people. It doesn't matter. It's not the quantity. It's just the beauty is the space that you've created. And that will bring in whatever you're needing. I'm even getting what you have been longing for. Now, Spirit's saying be very careful with the word longing, because we can get lost in our longing and it turns to almost like an obsession, a drive that we have to have that. No, this longing is something that's in your heart and it moves you forward to fulfill it, but it's based in the heart. And it's this longing that, it brings you love. It comes from love. It's about love. Now that can be love for something that you do, like a hobby or a passion. It can be love for maybe a group of people that need help. It could be love for a potential partner. It can be love for your children. It can be love for a place. And in creating this space, you make space in yourself. And the energies that come are from the universe, so the energies that come are beautiful. I feel that this space, you know, the card says inner space, but I feel for a lot of you, this space is happening outside of you as well. So it's almost like you've let go of a perspective, a notion, an idea, a dream, a belief. And in letting that go, somehow that's created space in the outer world, in the physical world. And it's going to be filled. I'm just looking at this dove spirit. It says be peace. Be peace. It doesn't say feel peaceful. It says be peace. And I think that sits so well with this card. This energy of creating a safe space for you to dream, for you to love. And it's not hidden away. It's not a safe space that is hidden from others, where others cannot go, and that's, you know, you've built walls. It's not that at all, my friends. This safe space is inside of you, and that's what's created space in the world. You know, we create a safe space when we allow ourselves to be authentic. That automatically allows those around us to be authentic, to be themselves. And when we feel that we can be completely ourselves, that's a safe place, isn't it? Like where we can say what we feel like saying without second guessing it, or oh, let me find a nicer way of saying that, or no, I won't say that because then that might make them think that. You know how we go off and, you know, we'll say everything in our head first before we say it out loud, just to hear what it sounds like. Not anymore, pole number 2, not anymore. Because the other end of this overall energy is Dream Tree. And the card says, let go of worry and give the universe an opportunity to help you. The solutions want to emerge. Relax, as there are many blessings headed your way. And the affirmation is, I gift myself deep restorative rest. So there's nothing you need to do. It's what I said earlier about it's this inner shift that causes your outer world to shift. This is slow energy. This is peaceful, wise energy. The energies here are beautiful. The Hermit as well speaks to me of wisdom. This Dream Tree is just, don't worry. Fill yourself up with love. Love for yourself. Trust yourself. Acknowledge yourself. And allow the universe to help you. Know that you're not in this by yourself. Because we have the Hermit. And it's a major arcana. So this is how the universe co-creates with us. It's the steps that the universe takes to help us on our journey. And it's come through in your reading, pole number 2, as the Hermit. Now the hermit is guided. In his lantern he has the star. The star is healing. The star is your inner light. The star asks you to shine your inner light. So here, the hermit is being guided by his inner light. He might not be shining it out yet, and that's okay. He's learning to trust it. He's learning to work with it. He's learning to hear it. He's learning about himself, his true, authentic self. Now the hermit is depicted as an older male energy, and it shows wisdom. It shows that when we allow ourselves to be guided more than the opinions of others or what the outside world is doing or what our analytical mind tells us to do, there's wisdom in that. There's wisdom in the path that he's walked. And we can walk a path and we can come out of the path traumatized and have no additional wisdom. It's almost like we haven't learnt anything. We've just been beaten down, and it's almost like there's nothing in this except for pain and hurt. And the hermit here shows that there is. And in your reading, I like seeing the hermit before the Ten of Swords, because whatever's knocked you down, whatever has left you feeling small, lacking in confidence, full of self-doubt and fear, when you look at that, the past ends. It just ends. But if we don't look at what we've been through, if we don't look at... So basically, we need to extract the wisdom from these lessons, from these life experiences that we've got. And how do we do that? It doesn't mean reliving it. It doesn't mean going back and trying to figure something out. It just means going, okay, there was a lesson in that. I've got to trust that the universe was trying to show me something. I was growing and evolving. There is guidance in that. There is wisdom in that, and it'll come to me when I'm ready. The way we extract wisdom from experiences is by accepting that we're a bit broken now. And it's like, okay, I don't like where I am now. I don't like feeling this way, but I've got to keep moving forward. Even though I don't know where I'm going or where I'm headed, just the fact that every day you get up, you know, you keep going in whatever capacity you can. I mean, some of us, we get knocked down with health issues and we might be bedridden for a while. Okay, so your getting up is not maybe a physical thing, but maybe it's making sure every day you do at least one meditation to calm and quiet your mind, to bring some peace into your physical system. And saying, okay, this is where I find myself. I know that this is not forever. This is, I'll get through this. I trust. And it's opening yourself up instead of closing yourself off, which is what we all do when we suffer. But if we can open in our suffering, that's when the wisdom comes. That's when we see what the lesson is. That's when we see, oh, yeah. And it'll be whatever it is for you. And the interesting thing is when you extract the wisdom from past experience, you don't repeat it. And if you're about to, you actually see it. It's quite amazing. Once you heal, you can't unheal. This Ten of Swords, Spirit's telling me it's there to show you finality of your pain and suffering. The Hermit is looking into the past. That's where the pain and suffering was. But Spirit put it around this way, because it can be really, like if I had two Ten of Swords, I could put one here and one here. Because you're taking the time to heal. You're taking the time to love and trust yourself again. And that brings the finale. That's the end of that lesson, of that pain and suffering. It cannot hurt you anymore. It cannot take away your power or your confidence or your love of life. And there's a reason for it. There's going to be almost this, with this Page of Cups, I'm getting this surprise energy. This, I mean, the fish in the cup is often signifies a surprise. And the Page for me is always, it's the page that has accepted the Ace of Cups. But I feel in going through this, in understanding and feeling low, but still finding a space inside yourself for love. It's really surprising how your life is about to transform, how your life will transform. I love how you've got this elderly person signifying wisdom, and you know, he's kind of stooped forward a little bit, yes, because he's looking at where he's putting his feet, but you know, he's probably a bit tired and a bit worn out. He treads carefully. And then after you work through this pole number 2, look at this energy. You've got a young page full of life, full of curiosity, and let's do this. Let's just do it. You'll have this energy that just propels you forward. You'll have this excitement that moves you. Of course, whenever we do something new, whenever we're on a new path, there's always a bit of fear. But I just feel like your excitement, this energy, it's almost like suddenly you just, everything, all the dust has been shaken off you, and you feel this lightness, this new lease on life, this excitement for what is. And I feel there's a surprise in there. It's something that you're not expecting, and it's something, it's that little something that you need to just, this is done. Now, Spirits just very quickly said to me, this is something of the past. the situation has already happened. If it's a relationship, it's already ended. If it's a job, it's already gone, or it's changed. Or if it's dreams that you're letting go of, it's the letting go happened in the past. It's done. You've already let go of it. It's all, even if you didn't let go of it, it's already gone. It's something that went in the past, but it's something that you needed to extract the wisdom from it, the learning the lesson, understanding what that was for, that ends your link. It just, all the ties that connected you with that past, all those loose threads, all the, in those quiet moments that you would rethink about it, it's going. And there's this new energy, because there's this space. This has created space. You've healed, you've let go, and now, well, there's space in you for the new. And I think it's real. I'm just really getting this excitement and this feeling of, what? Like it's surprising. It's surprising. And Spirit's saying, if you doubt, it's surprising in a very beautiful way. And look at these beautiful energies. You've got the dove spirit, be peace, and you've got owl spirit, you see clearly now. Now, like I said earlier, this card says be peace, not, you know, peace or whatever. It's like, you be peace. You are peace. And for some of you, I feel like it's going to be peace that you haven't felt in a long time. But it doesn't come to you because something happens. Something new happens and then suddenly you're like, oh, I can relax. No, this peace comes because you've done the work, pole number 2, and you've let go. You've allowed yourself to create space. And how did you do that? With wisdom, which has enabled you to see more clearly. Whatever happened in the past wasn't to break you, wasn't to make you feel like a bad person. It was to shift something in you. And the minute that shift happens, the past falls away. It no longer has any hold on us. It no longer dictates our future. It no longer colours our decisions. And look at this, the dove spirit is flying. I just see this freedom. It's like, oh, I can spread my wings. And the owl spirit is looking directly at us. It sees us. You see clearly now. You see without judgment. You see without malice. You see without hate. You just see. There's no judgment. You see things for what they were and you see things for what they are. And there's a clarity in that. There's an openness in that. And that spills through in all the other areas of your life. It spills through to others. Because can you imagine if, let's say this was a breakup and you've hated your ex, you've blamed them, you felt resentment. I mean, hey, we can even spin it around and say we hate ourselves. You know, you might hate yourself and how you've hurt the other person. You might feel regret, remorse, excruciating sadness. But when you see clearly, when you can go, okay, they're human, I'm human. you'll see that you both stayed in the relationship longer maybe than you should have. So then things deteriorate. If we notice the relationship is falling apart and we speak up there and then and we try to fix it together and we're honest and open and we can't and it ends there, there's a lot less pain. But we don't. We hide our emotions. We try to do more, or we back off. And we allow it to just keep deteriorating until it becomes this big... That's much more painful. And I feel that's what this is, pole number 2. You're learning to see things clearly, to see things for what they are, so that next time round, and it doesn't mean it'll be another romantic relationship, it could be a business partnership, it could be a friend, it could be whatever it is, you don't let things just go on and on and on and on and try and sweep everything under the carpet. You'll make sure there's nothing under your carpet, not even a crumb. Everything will be up and open. That's wisdom. That's confidence. That's loving not only ourselves but others. Can you imagine if the minute we felt, oh, do you know what? I actually hate my job. If we went, right, I don't like my job anymore. I've got to fix this. Okay, what can I do right now? Okay, if I worked a little bit less, it would make it easier. Okay, I'm going to ask my boss if I can have a bit, either a holiday or if I can reduce my hours. Or you might say, right, I'm going to start doing courses. I'm going to start broadening my knowledge. I'm going to start applying for other jobs. But no, we don't. We sit there and we fester and we go, I hate my job. I wake up Monday morning, I've got to go to work. And that adds energy, that adds fuel to whatever you're feeling. So if you're adding bad energy to bad energy, you're going to get more bad energy. If you add good energy to bad energy, you're going to dilute that bad energy. If you add bad energy to good energy, you're going to dilute that energy. And if you add good energy to good energy, you're going to get more good energy. So to see that you always have choices and control, you always have the space to create. It might not be what you want. It might not be to the extent that you want. But just taking those steps, you'll feel like you're heading there anyway. But this is beautiful, pole number 2, because whatever you've gone through, I send you so much love, light and blessings. But your world changes because you are changing so fundamentally. But I trust it hasn't been easy, my friends. I'm going to leave those messages there, beautiful souls. Take good care of yourself. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 3. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. Oh, what a way to start. We have the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. I don't know, pole number 3, I don't even know if you need a reading. I just want to just wish you a beautiful week, because that's what you get. This is glorious. We have Horse Spirit with Freedom is Yours, and we have Turtle Spirit, Slow and Steady Wins the Race. And with this turtle, because I've been using my spirit animal cards a while, I knew what was coming, wins the race, and that's all I saw. It wasn't even the slow and steady, it was just, you're winning the race. There's a win here, there's a breakthrough, there's joy, there's love. you have magical 3, and you have magic carpet ride. Of course you do, pole number 3. Oh, goodness me. So we've got the overall energy at either side of the reading, and then we've got the messages, the additional messages in the middle. So let's have a look what this is guiding us to. Magical 3. Help is on the way. The love in your heart attracts your soulmates. Sacred relationships make many good things possible. The affirmation is, sacred connections create magic and healing for all. Sacred connections create magic and healing for all. Help is on the way. I feel, pole number 3, that you have been working quietly, diligently, and I feel for a long time in the background. And for the majority of you, in the background means internally. You've been looking at yourself with honesty, excuse me, but lack of judgment, and with lack of judgment. So you've been looking at yourself with honesty and lack of judgment. You've looked at yourself and you've told yourself, it's not right. There's something that's not right. It's not me that's wrong. I'm not wrong. But I'm not whole. And you might not have said it exactly like that. You might not have said anything to yourself at all, pole number 3. But there's this sense that that's the energy that you've been feeling. Spirit's asking me to be careful, because I wanted to say there's just been things that you've wanted to fix about yourself. And Spirit's saying be careful. And I can say that, but I need to explain it. We don't need fixing. We are never broken. We are never, ever broken. What we need sometimes is just almost like a reawakening. And the way I mean awakening here is like a reopening up. Sometimes we can shut down. We can cocoon around ourselves. You know, we can curl up and protect our vital organs, protect our heart. And that energy, after a while, it doesn't produce good energy because it's blocked energy. And so there's this sense that you don't have to fix anything. It's not that your heart, when I speak of your heart, I mean like your heart chakra. It's not like that's died or gone away or lost. It's just that it's blocked, so it's not accessible. So you don't need to fix anything. You just need to open. You need to change. But there's a real sense here of Spirit making me very aware that I need to make you very aware that you have never, ever been broken. We feel that way. We feel that way, but we're not broken. And this is a beautiful help is on the way. This makes me think of the 3 of Cups. It's like your soul tribe. People that get you, people that understand you, people that look at the world the same way as you. They can be very different than you, but there's just something that you just get each other, you just click. And it's open and it's honest. It's truthful, because they know who they are, and you know who you are, and therefore you each of you know who you are together. This card makes me feel so much joy. This card makes me feel like you've hit like people jackpot. There's a person or there's people coming in and they just get you, pole number 3. And they love you warts and all. And these will be friends that won't be afraid to say, hey, I love you, without it getting all weird. This will be a new partner that comes in, and there's no games. There's just honesty. This could be work colleagues that you're just like a well-oiled machine, and you've got each other's back, and you just help each other, and you just work together, and you're all in it together. And what's the word I'm looking for, Spirit? The rewards are for all of you. One person isn't above another. One person doesn't take the accolades more than another. It's like, we did this together. It doesn't matter what this person did as opposed to this person or this person. It's like, no, we're a team. There's a real sense of team without losing the individual I in it. So this person doesn't change herself to agree with these people, or vice versa, or any which way. And that's why it works so beautifully, pole number 3, because there's this shared energy, but everybody's energy in the mix, regardless if this is one other person or 10 other people. They're in their own energy, and they just bring their own energy to the mix. And it's beautiful. And the other overall energy you have is magic carpet ride. It says, your enchanted heart knows the universe is always up to something good. Embrace the unexpected, for it will bring special blessings to your life. The universe delivers grace through the unexpected. There's magic in the air for you this week, pole number 3. There's just something that changes. There's just something that gets tweaked, and it changes everything. A chance encounter that brings you a whole new family, or a whole new tribe, or a whole new job, or a whole new way of relating to others. And it's like this is magic carpet ride. It's a ride. It's a journey. It's not just an instant. It's not just this week. It takes you further. And it brings blessings, special blessings to your life. So it might start off at work, but that energy pitters through all your life. Might start off with a loving partner, but then suddenly everything else is moving smoothly. And so a spirit saying, don't think it's the people coming in. It's the energy. Your energy is attracting this because your energy is good. It's not to say that your energy is ever bad. But remember, like attracts like. If you put bad energy into bad energy, you'll get more bad energy. You can't put bad energy into bad energy and expect to get good energy. It is not possible. This is magic. Look at that. For some of you, this is love. But it's definitely people coming in. Definitely people coming in for you, pole number 3. I'm even feeling with this carpet ride, you know, flying through the heavens like this, changes your perspective. It's almost like the more you open up, the more joy comes in, the more that opens you up. And you know, the wheel's always turning, life's always changing. It's just because we get to a good place, it doesn't mean it's going to be perfect for the rest of our life. But I think this is change on such a profound level in you, pole number 3, that even when things don't go well, you'll feel the pain, the disappointment, the sadness, whatever it may be, the grief, anger. But it won't get a hold of you and bring you down. It will be, you will feel it, because there's a sense that you know you need to go through the emotions in order to come out the other end. You can't just squash them down. That only, you know, then that takes energy to hold down. You're holding down these emotions and then they'll eventually pop out. So you need to move through them, so you know that. So you will allow yourself to feel disappointment and upsets and frustration and all that. That's all human emotions. Of course, our life will be always pitted with those. But there's this sense that it won't be long-lived. There's this sense that even if they grab hold of you, you'll get to a point where you'll go, oh, I forgot. I'm not supposed to sync with this emotion. I'm supposed to feel it and allow myself to move through it, to understand it, to acknowledge, yes, I have a right to feel this way. And then to open to it, not to close off to it. To open and go, okay, I feel this way, but I don't know, you know, you can't always see every aspect of the situation. We never can. We're basically guided by our perspective. A little bit we try to imagine somebody else's, but we don't know the truth. And I feel that that sets you free. You'll be more compassionate. You'll be more understanding. Not only in your own lack, in your own shortcomings, if you want, but in those that you see around you. I see this 10 of Wands as fulfillment, but as acceptance. You accept that it's a ride. Sometimes it'll be exhilarating, sometimes it'll be scary. But you're going to take it moment by moment. You're not going to worry about the past now. You're not going to worry about the future now. There's a sense, pole number 3, that you're learning to embrace the now, to live more in the now so that the past and the future impact you less. You'll go back to the past to reminisce, to tell a good story, to offer guidance. But you won't allow it to swallow you as you go back to tell your story. And you'll take moments out of your day to plan for the future. But you're not projecting yourself to the future. You're just kind of going, okay, right, yeah, if I see myself kind of maybe headed in that direction, I'll see how I go. There's this sense of everything I do in the now. But you can spend time in the past and the future, but neither will have a hold on you. And of course, pole number 3, you slip in and out of that, don't you? We slip in and out of that. And look at this energy. 10 of Cups, probably the best card in all of Tarot. And then you've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Now the aces for me are the gift from the universe. And this is a gift that's aligned with your passions, your calling, your natural gifts and talents. What fires you up, what you are really passionate about. And the Ace of Swords is a gift from the universe that brings you clarity, it brings you direction. It generally comes in the form of messages, listening, talking, communication. So there's this sense that these gifts, not only will you see what you want to do, but you'll be able to see how to do it. Not only what you want, but how you can actually make it happen. This is passion and clarity. And together, goodness me, when we have drive and we can see clearly, there's no stopping us. It's like, put yourself in a Ferrari in thick fog. Well, it doesn't matter if you're on a bicycle. You're probably going to be going as fast. But put yourself in a Ferrari on a clear day, on a clear straight road. Whew. It's that energy. If you feel, pole number 3, that you haven't been moving, I tell you what, hold on to your hat, because momentum's picking up. I feel like I just got May. I feel like May is going to be a life changer for you, pole number 3. And this energy, because this is the reading from the 24th to the 30th of April. I feel this is just setting you up to really move forward. And it's not, Spirit's telling me it's not just the intangible, it's not just in your thoughts and your emotions and your inner work that this is happening with. This is your outer world, your life benefits from this. This is fulfillment, like complete and utter fulfillment, whatever that means to you. And Spirit's saying on a soul level, not on an ego-driven level. This has got nothing to do with your ego. This is all about your higher self, what your soul is guiding you towards. But the benefits you reap here on earth, here in this lifetime. Because you have done that work. And I know you know what I'm talking about, pole number 3. And then look at this energy. The horse is fast. Freedom is yours. You're out the gate. You're free. You're galloping. You're enjoying the wind in your mane, the wind in your hair. And I feel that Spirit is saying, enjoy, have fun, have fun. Because I feel with the turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. You've won the race. I feel like that's what the freedom is yours. It's almost like the slow and steady, the quiet, that working in the background that you've been doing has brought you freedom, and now you've won the race. And the race here is not the race against others, or the race to the top of your ladder, or whatever it is. This is the race to your understanding, the race to your personal growth. It's not a race, it's to signal an accomplishment. We win. We win when we change on the inside. We can have lots of wins on the outside, but if our inside, our emotions, our mind have still got control on us and still can swamp us down and make us feel unloved, inadequate, like nothing is ever enough. It doesn't matter how much you win in this world, how much fulfillment you get. If you're unable to appreciate it and feel gratitude and love and abundance and joy and peace and love, the beauty of what comes to you is a little bit lost. And I kind of just said to Spirit, oh, that's funny, why are you saying that? Because I feel that those of you listening to this reading have already done the inner work. And I just got told there is a few of you that haven't yet. And this is to guide you to deep dive into your inner world and to begin your healing. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to allow others in, to seek the gifts that others have, the guidance that others have, because it'll help you. It's almost like you're going to fast track this, if that's the group that you find yourself in. If not, pole number 3, you've done the hard work, and the changes you're now seeing in your real everyday life. It's a beautiful, beautiful reading, my friends. Enjoy. Enjoy. I'm going to leave you with those messages, pole number 3. Love and light, my friends. Have a wonderful week. Sending you so much light, love and blessings. So lovely to connect with you here. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 4. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. We have the Magician. We have the Moon. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. We have Trust in the Magic. I love that, just below these 2 energies. And we have Time to Heal. I like that. We have Bloom. And we have Faith. Oh, I really feel this bloom. I'm getting this, this sense of pole number 4. It's your time to shine. It's your time to bloom. It's your time to open up and share what you've been longing to, I feel, for a long time with those around you. The card says bloom. Your heart attracts all the support you need from the universe. Love yourself and you will see your intentions blossom into life. The affirmation is, my faith seeds and cultivates the beautiful garden of my life. open up. Just open. Just keep telling yourself, I am open for the opportunities and for the flow of life. I am open. I am open and willing. I'm open, willing and ready. You're ready, pole number 4. And that being told that kind of sometimes makes you go, oh no, I'm not. But blossom, my friends, bloom. And just picturing, you know, a tightly closed rosebud and just watching it as it opens its petals one by one and becomes this beautiful, beautiful rose. And the rose looks so abundant because it has so many petals. And when you look at the closed bud, I can never understand where all those petals come from, because a closed bud is so small compared to the open of the bloom of the rose. But that's you, pole number 4. And that opening of your heart, that blooming, it attracts what you need in this physical 3D world. It attracts the people that you need. It attracts the resources that you need. It attracts the guidance that you need. When we bloom, when we open, we allow ourselves to receive, but at the same time, we kind of tell the universe we're open for business. Bring people to me, bring things to me. I'm open to receive. There's a sense of calmness. There's a sense of knowing, even if you don't know all the steps of your journey, which we never do, and even if we think we do, the universe will often throw us a curveball so that we realize, oh, actually, okay, we don't know what we're doing. Not completely. But here there's a sense of allowing yourself to be, allowing yourself to do, allowing yourself to open and to love. I really see you in the flow, pole number 4. Now this affirmation on the bloom card is, my faith seeds and cultivates the beautiful garden of my life. And you actually have the faith card. And it says, faith, a hopeful heart overflows with light. Faith illuminates the wonder of your unfolding path. The affirmation is, I follow the spiritual spark in my heart. I love the way it says unfolding, your unfolding path. This blooming. The path unfolds, it opens. As you bloom, pole number 4, so will your path. So will your understanding. Because when we are afraid or when we doubt, our first thing is to close off, to restrict, to protect. Faith indicates the opposite. Faith asks us to open up, to trust, to allow ourselves to be guided. When our heart is hopeful, I like that, Spirit. Spirit I just suddenly felt very drawn to this hopeful. And I kind of thought, oh, a hopeful heart. That doesn't sound very... It kind of makes... Well, it made me feel like, oh gosh, is it hopeless and we just have to be hopeful? And Spirit was like, no. Do you know, when you are uncertain, when you are not sure, it's a big leap to pretend that you know, to pretend that you're unafraid. So Spirit's saying, why not go halfway to just hopeful? I don't know if this path is right. I'll be hopeful if it is. I'm just going to be hopeful. It doesn't feel as much like a lie. It doesn't feel like you're trying to trick yourself. And I think, you know, now that I'm looking at it, now that Spirit has guided me down this path, I look at faith and I look at hopefulness, and I think, well, they're a bit the same. Faith makes us hopeful. It makes us hope for the best. Instead of thinking the worst, it makes us hope for the best. And that already is a shift in energy that will shift things. Hold your faith. This is a hopeful heart overflows with light. I think a hopeful heart also stays open, even if it's not as open as a full bloom. A hopeful heart has that glimmer of possibility in it. And I like that this is at the other end of the overall energy. So we've got the reading in between, and this is sort of like the starting overall energy, and this is almost like if you can't quite manage the full bloom, be hopeful. Keep that glimmer of hope in your heart so that your heart doesn't close completely. It's almost like this gentle energy that it's saying, it's okay, it's okay. Keep moving forward, keep moving forward. Your bloom is coming. But having a hopeful heart enables the tight bud to start to reveal itself, to start to unravel itself. So this is Spirit's way of saying it's not the journey of a week, but this is where it's guiding you, pole number 4, to really bloom. And that bloom, every time I say the word, the energy that I'm getting is one of joy and one of self-confidence, but in a quiet, hesitant way almost. It's like I don't have to throw myself at people and go, here I am, shouting and yelling to get their attention. It's just almost like you're just going to be there and you're just going to be opening as best you can, and that will attract people. This bit more gentler kind of energy. And I see that playing out with the tarot, because you've got the Magician, the Moon, and the Two of Pentacles. And this Two of Pentacles, I really feel, is the juggling of, ooh, I'm afraid I've lost my trust, and you can feel your heart closing, and this, no, trust. I believe good things happen. I'm going to stay hopeful. And then you juggle and your heart opens up again. So there's going to be this kind of dance, this juggling. And I think this energy feels really slow and really calm to me. Even though you've got this juggling, this can be a little bit like, but I feel it more in your reading as more, the energies are going to shift from one to another. And so there'll be a moment that you'll think, oh, I've bloomed. And then you can feel yourself closing up again. And pay attention to what makes you close up. It could be people's comments. It can just be your self-talk. What you're telling yourself. You've got the Magician, pole number 4. And this is as above, so below. This is manifesting. This is everything is available to you if you see it and you're open to it. Because when we're not open, it's much more difficult for us to receive. When we are not open, the universe can bring us gifts and we probably wouldn't see them. The more open we are, the more opportunities seem to just come out of nowhere. And I really don't believe that it's not because they weren't there before. I just believe that in that closed off energy, we're just not receptive. And I'm really feeling the Magician is saying, if I can think it, I can do it. If I can think it, I can manifest it. If I trust, I can make it happen. If I believe in myself, I can do it. He's got everything he needs. He's got the wands, the cup, the pentacle, and the swords. It's like the Magician has accepted all the aces, all the gifts from the universe, and he's going, right, I'm manifesting with these. I've got everything I need to make changes and to manifest on every level of my life. This is not a little card. This is not a card of playing it small. This is not a card of dimming your light. It's not a show-off card either. It's not a look at me and what I can do and how far I have grown and how spiritual and enlightened I am. It's not that energy at all. It's this inner knowing and confidence, but it radiates out of us when we have it, when we tap into it. We all have it. Thank you, Spirit. We all have it. It's just a matter of whether we're tapping into it or not. It's hard to tap into that energy when we're closed. But this is manifesting on a grand scale. And in your reading, I'm feeling like the, not the importance, the grandeur of it, like it reverberates through your whole life, pole number 4. And it just starts. I'll finish what I was going to say and then it just starts with opening your heart. And yes, that is not an easy thing to do. That's why I stopped in my tracks the minute the words came to me. And Spirit said, no, say it. I wanted to explain myself, but Spirit was like, no. It's what it is. Our lives change when all we do is open our heart, open our mind, open our perspective. And yes, it's not easy to do, but we can do it. There's plenty of people that have done it. It's not to copy their way, but when you see people that have done it, you know it's possible. It has to be possible. Because it's tangible. It's something we can see. We don't just have to have faith in it. We can trust. If they've done it, we can do it. Doesn't mean we're going to do it the same way. It doesn't mean we want the same things. And you got the moon. And the moon, in between this trust the magic and time to heal, I feel the moon is a very feminine energy, and I'm really feeling that in this reading. And I feel the moon in your reading is the universe coming in, probably dimming the light a little bit so that you can take your time, feel your way through things. Check in with yourself if what you are wanting to manifest actually really sits well with you. Not just with what you're striving to do, but with your soul, with you, your core values, your beliefs. Allow them to also be a guiding force when you start your path, when you begin to decide what you want to manifest. It's very interesting because I'm really seeing this dim light. It's almost like there's a dimmer switch and the universe has just dimmed the light around you to give you time, to give you space. Because this energy starts within first. It starts inside of you first, and then it goes out into the world and it changes your outer world. But we need time to work on that inner world. The inner world doesn't need any work, but we need to see it, we need to feel it, we need to tap into it. And then the Two of Pentacles is that juggling, opening and then maybe closing a little bit. But you'll find that as you do that, never allowing yourself to fully close again, completely. The next time around you open a little bit more and then you close, but then you open a little bit more and then you might close. Suddenly you're in full bloom. Allow these quiet energies of the moon to guide you. Allow that to, it's almost like the universe is buying you time. Allow it. Inner work is so challenging sometimes because it whispers. You know, our mind will be yelling at us and repeat and repeat and repeat. And then out of the depth, there's this whisper. There's just, look over here, walk this way. And if we're not mindful, we miss those whispers. We miss that guidance. We'll feel the energy, but we'll almost be a little bit like, I don't know what that means. Whenever you feel energy and you're like, I don't understand, it's your cue to slow down. Take time out. Rest more. Meditation, journaling, whatever you can do to quieten the loud voice so you can hear the whispers. Because we have the white raven spirit, it's this trust in the magic, and underneath the magician, it's magic, it's manifesting on a magical level. And there's a sense here that magic is in your life. Magic is in all our lives, but especially for you, pole number 4, I feel this magic is like knocking at your door. And I feel that you can feel it, because I feel this energy of excitement, but then I don't want to get my hopes up. Hope, but then am I being too ambitious? It's almost like it takes you and then you feel like you have to rein it in. Trust the magic. Don't rein it in. Allow it to be what it is. Take that excitement, take that curiosity, take that feeling of, oh, This is interesting. I don't know. What? Take that and go with it. Tell the universe that, yes, I'm going to give this a go. Open my heart, Spirit, because I want to see more. I want to experience more. I want to have more joy and peace and love in my life. It's magic. There is real magic around you, pole number 4. Oh, excuse me. I feel, I actually feel like I don't drink soft drinks, or hardly ever. I was going to say never, but it's so rare. But I feel like I've just had a big gulp of a soft drink and I've got the effervescent bubbles coming up in me and I need to burp. That's your energy, pole number 4. That's the excitement. That's this bubbling up of, it's excitement. It's the unknown, but it's the hopefulness. And then you have snake spirit, time to heal. And there's great healing in this process, pole number 4. And I feel like the healing that you allow for yourself will also impact those around you. Your energy will actually help those around you, even if you don't say or do anything for them or to them or anything like that. The energy will just, it will just like permeate through them. It's a time of great healing. And I feel that once you've shed your skin, like a snake sheds its skin and then that skin is gone forever, it then grows a new one. You're shedding the past, you're shedding what dimmed your light. You're shedding what maybe initially you felt that you had to close off. You had to close your heart, you had to protect yourself. I feel like you're shedding that. And this blooming is going to be so much more easy. It's so much more, it'll feel more natural. It won't feel like you have to do anything. It'll kind of just happen. You'll be aware because you'll be focused on it. You'll be mindful of it. Thank you, Spirit. But there's this sense of not requiring protection. Being able to open and heal, and that moves us forward so much, pole number 4. When we can just open and heal, we take leaps and bounds after that. But bloom, my friends. I'm just being called by Spirit to reread the affirmation, so you might want to, I'll hold it up so you can see it as clearly as I can. You might want to take a snapshot of it. It says, my faith seeds and cultivates the beautiful garden of my life. Your heart attracts all the support you need from the universe. Love yourself and you will see your intentions bloom into life. Look at that. It doesn't take any doing, it just takes stillness. And then we have faith. I follow the spiritual spark in my heart. I follow the spiritual spark in my heart. That's the effervescence. That's that energy that was bubbling inside of me. A hopeful heart overflows with light. Faith illuminates the wonder of your unfolding path. Your path is unfolding, pole number 2. You don't know. Look at that unicorn and the hearts. There's just joy. And look, I see this as a path, a magical path. Trust in the magic. The path through the moon. And the moon in this card. There's just so much love around you. Actually, I've just been called to notice the butterflies. There's love and transformation all around you, pole number 4. All around you. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love and light, pole number 4. Have a wonderful, magical week. Sending you so many blessings. Take good care of yourselves. See you next time. Bye-bye.